Hello, YouTube and TikTok. Glad to see you all again. It is 3:47 in the afternoon, June 12th, 2025, otherwise known as Thursday. And while I doubt anyone listen to these videos from beginning to end, we all know that Thursdays are a good thing here, because those are, I'm sorry, I can't speak, but Thursday is pretty much like final work day, and you have 3 days of freedom. There was a lot of situations going on at work, and I would go into detail, but it'll take too long. But I'll just I'll just try to speed it off when I can. But one customer who was a DoorDasher was trying to make a complaint because we weren't being very fast, and he asked me for my name, and I didn't respond to him because I believe that there's one, we're not required to give out our names. Okay. 2, yeah, we're not supposed to give out our names, and 3, I don't have to give out my name, so I don't need to. There's no logical reason for the customer to know my name. And I always wear my mask. I always have my gloves and whatnot, and whether it's for good or bad, there's no logical reason for why a customer needs to know my name. And he's like, "Oh, it's okay. There's features that I'll recognize." I was like, "Okay, sir." That's why I couldn't be a police officer or anything involving, or any job that involves a name tag, because as I see it, there is no logical reason why a customer should know my name. And someone would bring up these horrible hypothetical scenarios where they would say, "Oh, well, wouldn't you want to know the person's name? And if you wanted to leave a complaint, that's the thing about me. I don't complain. Complain about what? I can't think of a logical reason for why. Actually, I'll do one better. I can't think of a single reason why I would want to complain that to that extent. It's so stupid to me. Like, I'm just trying to do my job, and I'm a big fan of customer service, and I try to get things done as I can. I do what I'm supposed to do, and the customer can complain, but the things that they are complaining about, it's not even because of my service. It's more so, ironically, because I'm doing my job. They would complain about things that I would either have no control of, or things that we can't do, and you can make a complaint. You have that right. But I do what the manager tells me to do, so that's not up to me. I don't make the rules, I'm just following the orders. And it wouldn't be logical to complain to a crew member. It would make sense to complain to a manager. If you want to complain, speak to a manager. I just follow orders. I'm just a customer service robot. But no, you're not gonna get very far doing that with me. And even this one lady who, my coworker was on break, so I was taking the orders, but I had to take one car at a time so I can keep in pace. And I politely said that we will be with you in a moment, and she replied, "Oh no, what's a moment?" I didn't really have a response for that, but because I don't like giving specific times, because if it's not that specific, because anything can happen, and if it's not that specific time, then I would be lying. And no, I keep it vague for a reason. And a moment could mean anything. Obviously, I'm not going to take an hour, but I'll try to keep it as fast as I could. Mind you, I'm not, again, I'm not that fast, but I try to do what I can. My coworker came back tried to take her order. She just wanted a coffee and corporate's number, which doesn't scare me because corporate's not my boss. I don't work for corporate. It's franchise. And to which I politely told her that we're not owned by corporate, and the owners, we don't have the owner's number, but I can get the manager for you and we can try to help you out. She agreed. I gave her coffee. I was going to get the manager, and she changed her mind. She said that she knows what to do, and she drove off. This wasn't the first time she said this. This wasn't the first time I spoken with her, and it likely won't be the last. Well, we'll see what happens in December. It probably will be, but I think that I don't know, but yeah, it's like we're not. I don't think there's not a single corporate owned store where I live, because a lot of them are franchises. But and sure, I would love to work from home and work for corporate. That would be fantastic. But um I don't it is what it is. Money is money, I guess. Speaking of money, um this Friday is not going to be a normal Friday, and if you've been with this account long enough, that it is payday, so it's gonna be a fun time. um I do want to bring up one thing, that even though that I'm a huge fan of customer service, I try not to give a lot of emotion when I'm like, I pretty much sound like a customer service robot, and a lot of my coworkers said that, which I find to be a compliment, because I give a lot of high praise to robots, because I know that I realize that they're better than me in every way. Um, and it's not even more of an opinion; it's a fact. An AI is better than me in every way. um, um, because the AI is mostly a bunch of code, but I'm stuck with the horrible genetics that I was born with, and disgusting DNA, and horrible facial horrible facial features, and the type of job I have, so I can't really do plastic surgery, but it's a good thing mask exists. um, Personal wise, I wanted to get back into working out again. I think maybe this would be a good distraction, and I mostly do lower body stuff, like every day. But for the longest, there would always be like a little sharp pain in my left leg, like very very slightly sometimes, and it wouldn't be a lot, and I didn't really think of it much. But when I went to go try to do, well, I don't know why I say went to go. I don't like gyms. I prefer to work out at home. But when I did my lower body workouts and whatnot, even did a few sit-ups, um like, and obviously I'm aware that when you start working out, stop for a long time, then work out again, everything's going to be sore. But when I woke up, like my whole left leg was in total pain, and everything is still kind of sore now, but it's just like normal sore. But that was horrible. But anyway, I don't know. I've been losing a lot of just losing the joy in a lot of things. But I knew this was gonna happen anyway for a long time, so I guess I was somewhat prepared for it. But I might make two more of these if I have the time or energy, but we'll see.